Okay. Here we go, chat.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
This is it.
Many of you, I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply rooted, often unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive. In 2014, Bungie set out to start a new adventure. Heroes awakened on a desolate planet. A silent god set in our sky. And it wouldn't be long before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us. Over the years, our heroes would shape a story far greater than anything we could have imagined. Players would explore deep into the depths of Venus, hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning in the halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly,
Iris, congratulations. You are now a VIP of the Legion.
Family into this world,
Welcome.
and together meet new faces on this adventure who would become life.
Should have been done a long time ago, though, honestly.
Now, together, we approach the final shape. We're about to embark on the last expedition of Destiny's first saga. So let's be clear about the stakes. In the final shape, you will go inside the Traveler. The journey will be difficult. And what awaits you on the other side of this trek?
You, Rain,
Nothing
Chaos,
less
I gotta
than
make
the
you all
deadliest
VIPs.
entity
Way behind on
you've
making
ever
people
faced.
VIPs that have been hanging
There
out
will be
here for
no
way too long.
forgiveness.
With
There are
no
many
recognition.
guides on the internet telling you how to handle what's to come. Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere along the road, or are looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world. A vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
Show me this amazing landscape that you have prepared for me. You've been lacking? Yeah, you know, I get so used to talking to the same people all the time that I need to make them VIPs and even mods. I have only one or two mods that show up still. So I need more mods in the future.
After all these years,
And VIPs. I got a lot of VIPs that should be VIPs, but they're not. So that's what I'm doing now. Usually when I look, like if I saw Rain or somebody, I would make him VIP right now. Oh my god! Here it is.
why you were chosen.
You are the chosen one. You are always the chosen one. If anything, chat, we get some good CGI cutscenes. That blur quality almost. They're always really good at doing that, Bungie.
It was
Gallahorn.
a feeling.
Phew. Your schedule's crazy. You're mostly on after 5. Yeah, because I work during the day now, I usually get on around like 6 or 7 for my stream in the afternoon. 6 or 7 my time, so that's like, what, like 4 p.m. your time.
All we've lost. This fight might be our last.
Oh, man.
So I'm asking you
Oh.
one last time
Oh.
to rise.
Rise, Guardian. Ooh. You know I love a good army lineup, chat. Damn you, Bungie. They always know how to do good marketing. I cried when I thought he died. Can't believe he's back. Are you talking about Cade?
This time in Destiny history. We've been building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that as a developer you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
You can only call him the greatest threat the world's ever seen so many times.
A lot of different things.
We need to see that on screen.
Confrontation with the witness that we've been setting up for years. It has to bring you closer to your allies in the Vanguard. It has to be this place that like makes you feel nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
When we were resurrected by ghosts at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, but it was for this. The Traveler is asking us for help, and it's our responsibility to protect every living thing in the universe from what the Witness intends to do.
Oh man.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Inside is the
Filler expansion if I've ever heard one.
Is the stage for our showdown with the Witness.
The Witness has the darkness. It has always had a connection to it. The pale heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact its final shape.
The Witness looks around and sees a lack of purpose, no meaning. It wants to fix all that. So it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be. That is the final shape.
If we're going to defeat the Witness, it's going to take everyone. Failure is not an option.
We're going to need the Vanguard, all of our allies, and all the Guardians to rally together and be
epic lineup shot.
Oblivion.
In the final shape, we're going to answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey, where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora, our ghost, get to reconnect with Cade 6. So, like, while there's this great conflict and everything going on around us and stakes of just unimaginable heights, it's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for hundreds of years.
God, what they all said told me nothing about what's happening. Nothing. Oh my God, the original tower.
Going through the portal that the Witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast, unknowable. And we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction of really what is inside the Traveler.
The Pale Heart is weird. It's a little strange. It makes you feel a bit uncomfortable. And it is also just so cool and artistic in the best way.
The Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
This is the Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
One of the most memorable locales from Destiny's past is the D1 Tower. It's really a labor of love from the Destiny team. The final shape means so much to everyone who's building it.
No
Players are really
way.
able to see that.
No
The Pale Heart is
way.
our very first linear destination that we've ever
They're
done.
reusing old assets to create the new area.
Began
Oh my
their journey
God.
in a place of safety and feel it.
You can't tell from looking at it, but that's what they're doing. That if you listen to them closely.
Because there is this beautiful evolution of the space.
Where is this? Maybe I don't know what this place
Things that
is.
are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the
It looks
Witness's
pretty. It
model.
does look
It's
good.
kind of this
I'll give it that. They always make it look good.
thing off in the distance.
The weirdest things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of
Oh, look at that gun. That's cool
kind
looking.
of like deconstructing
Suros
things
gun.
and putting them back together. Just wrong.
The sense of scale you get out there, like as you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth, you feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been. You're not the guy.
All right, I take what I said back. It looks mostly new still. I was worried because as soon as I heard they take your memories and create areas from your past, I said, okay, so that's reusing assets to make the area quicker.
It has at you. And so you're going to fight these new enemies, the subjugators.
Whoa.
Subjugators are the new unit you're going to be facing in the final shape.
Subjugators. Well, they got the strand.
Power set. They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to
Oh.
face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
They bring something entirely new to the battlefield, which is kind of this element of control.
They're back there pinging away with stasis abilities, throwing crystals at you, freezing you in place, tangling you up.
Interesting designs. I like
We're
it.
focusing you on the campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
The campaign is just the start of the Pale Heart. After you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign, we open up the entire destination. And so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
Okay.
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end with the final mission. The raids are where you defeat like the big bosses. So it's
That's
only
an
natural
interesting
that
design
when
there.
you are going to
What would that
confront the
be
witness, you're going
compared
do
to?
that in the raid.
Couldn't even tell.
But that might not be enough.
Lots of freaky imagery. I like it.
This is a moment where we need to rally all Guardians to be able to overcome the final shape and the witness.
What are we going for, though? What's in here? Is this a way of harnessing the light? All right, let me shut up and listen to what they have to say.
We are inside.
Tell me more than marketing speak, please.
Very close to this energy. This allows us to have new supers, Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to create something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse, but also can benefit your allies in a support capacity. There is this thread of team play and like working with your friends to overcome the odds. The Warlock Super is this ultimate expression of solar energy coursing through your Guardian. This Solar Warlock Super is a callback to Radiance from D1.
Other than Golden Gun, this is the only other first-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's like all these projectiles going off, doubling the amount of projectiles. Your grenade almost being sentient as it searches around, and then it hits a character and bounces
that's
off
interesting.
and goes to another
Okay.
one. And you're so overflowing with this energy that you are also giving it to your allies, allowing them to have their solar weapons supercharged, applying Scorch when they're shooting.
The new Solar Warlock aspect. When I cast my Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul that when it sees an enemy, it launches part of itself out and hits the enemy and explodes and scorches them.
It just feels very alive. Twilight Arsenal. It's a layered super.
This is the only ranged one-off offensive super for Titans in the game. The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one, throws it, summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it. And when these axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground or an enemy, do the void gravity thing where they suck a bunch of energy and enemies in and then explode. But that doesn't destroy the axe. The axe sticks around. And your allies can
Other
go and
teammates
set
can
the
grab it.
axe and
Hell
start
yeah, that's
wailing
cool.
on enemies with it.
This super is insane to me.
The Void Titan aspect, I press and hold my grenade button to consume my grenade and turn it into the shield. The more damage it takes, the more it charges up, and then I can release that, and it creates this blast that deals massive damage.
The Hunter Arc Super.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. A hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink to its position, do the slash that just decimates anyone nearby.
One really great thing about that is not just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times, along with devastating attacks each time you do it.
The hunter has an aspect. We take our staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it feel like you're playing a fighting game, right? Like these combos that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next level.
The more aspects we have, the more capable we are to do.
Dynamic,
It
what's
feels
up,
like you're,
man?
like,
Welcome to the
riding
stream.
lightning, you know, like that instantaneous, like.
That was good, but I think it's more like, you know?
I like it. I like it.
Pew 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 pew. Pew.
Weapons team has been working on all sorts of goodness. We've got exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration. We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid fusion rifle. It has the really intriguing property of adapting your Guardian's current damage type.
This will be the first time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be able to run an entirely strand or entirely stasis loadout. Tessellation has the additional property that you can special reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon, and then fire out a super destructive single projectile. It's a really special weapon.
What's the one specific exotic that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
What if you could harness the mind of the Traveler?
That would be
We had
interesting.
a moment where we saw that Traveler
Change the
beam
golden gun
team. I
finally.
know people
It doesn't
are
have to be a
like, I
pistol,
don't
for
want
God's
that.
sake.
You're like, that is incredibly dope.
So we've got this opportunity to bring back these iconic Destiny 1 weapons, but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
We have to bring Kvotov into the fold.
The Red Death exotic pulse rifle.
And
Oh
Dragon's
my
Breath. Burn
god.
the world, burn it all.
Classic D1 weapons, chat. Look at
In
that.
the final shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons.
Okay, as long as it's not all about classic Destiny 1 weapons. I like seeing them.
So for example, we've
But
got a
new,
pistol
you need
sidearm
new.
subfamily. We always liked the
Oh,
special ammo sidearms.
that looks
This
cool.
fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard.
A tracking
do
gun.
AoE damage.
It's Titanfall, chat.
They have a mixture of regular weapon and rocket launcher stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle.
Okay,
It
yeah.
lets you
I really like it, though.
seamlessly from
This looks
firing
like it's going to be
enemies,
the new
keeping
weapon
them
that
out.
drops for everything, so...
I'm really excited to bring it.
That was
to
a shotgun, I
dungeons
think I
and
saw.
Keep my team alive.
Oh, I love the design of it. Looks great. It looks new.
Always coming up with new ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which we're pretty excited about.
Come on, take a load off. We
Oh, man.
have a lot to cover.
Cade, he's back,
This
buzz.
is only big enough for one dashing hero type, and that's me. So, I'm back.
He's back. He died. For those who don't know, he was killed in the Forsaken expansion 4 years ago.
Get your rock off my map. Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows?
I don't think he's back permanently, though. We got to see what happens in the story. I think it's a temporary thing.
Well, better get back to it.
For the puppies! GFX Tiffany, hello, welcome to the stream. Hi, bye, 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 bye. Exactly. Hey, thank you for hitting that follow button, GFX Tiffany. Welcome to the Legion.
Of the Light and Darkness saga. It's great to see Cade like return to this world at this moment with all this change about to culminate with this confrontation with the long-standing enemy, the Witness.
Cade is the quintessential hunter. His presence casts such a long shadow over the story of Destiny, whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
What Cade goes through in this journey, how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters, the events that are uncovered to have brought him back. This is how the story had to end. There was
Actually, you're an artist. Nice to meet you. You know,
didn't have Cade here alongside his friends to
I
finish
couldn't tell. With a name like GFX Tiffany, I really couldn't tell. You had me fooled.
The Pale Heart.
You did.
I think that crystallized Cade's role as a guide. Cade is Virgil, and he's our guide through this other place. Cade is the one who is the most appropriate person to be the guide, because that's his job. That's always been his job. It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth.
Yes.
It's amazing to
Nathan
see him
Fillion.
back into the role, like, without missing a beat.
That's cool.
instantly.
In the flesh. Or
You know that I'm an artist? I do.
Cade's the glue that's
I
always
predicted
holding
the
Zavala and
future.
Ikora together.
I knew you were
That
coming.
puts them in a position of questioning where they've been and what they've done without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and how he's been taken down this dark path, and you think about the weight that's been on.
Save you
Ikora,
some time though. I don't need any
together,
artwork done.
having Cade's
I do
voice,
most of my own
levity
stuff
and
just because I
brightness
enjoy
that he
doing it.
brings, to that group.
But thank
I
you,
think
though.
It's going to be great for them.
Well, at least we have each other.
At least we have
Take
each other.
away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together for this moment.
I'm here now.
This magic moment. Dun, 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 dun,
Here
dun.
it is.
Oh man, new trailer. Ah. Or not. Unlocking the path.
Guardian. The witness.
The new season, probably. Yeah. Oh, the new season.
And the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek. But only if we contend with her.
Oh man, she's coming back. The Witch Queen already.
It rests with me. Will you come back from this? Do not be afraid.
Oh. Oh, hive armor all over the place. There it is. They're bringing back some of the classic dungeons with reworks. Assault the Spire. I think that one's familiar.
Let them know fear. The death of whispers, and they do whisper. Fight in my name, Guardian. Every opponent you defeat strengthens me. My appetite rises for your brutal tribute.
Nice.
Let us show her
God, I missed my Titan.
what it is to be Hive. You have found the horn of battle.
Is this a new event in the season?
Deserving of the greatest death I can bestow.
Season of the Witch. Let's go. Starts today. Ooh, new hive armor.
The Season of the Witch is our opportunity as players. We've been annihilating and breaking Hive spells, and now we finally get to cast them.
At the end of Season of the Deep, we learn that Savathun has the key to getting into the portal that we need to go into. That means we have to go find Imaru, her ghost. Imaru's like, not so fast. We've got a bigger problem first, and that bigger problem's name is Zivu Arath. If we fight her, she only gets stronger. Eris has an idea. It's a really
good
It's
idea.
a wild ass idea, yeah. She determines, like, well, the best way to fight fire is with fire. We are channeling all of that energy that we're creating by going through, by eliminating enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Eris.
Bring me your tithes.
What does that mean for the characters and the player to kind of like be like Savathun? And that's where we went down the path of having Hive Eris. We want to extend that magical fantasy into the player then. That ability to have overwhelming magical power, that risk and reward into all of our activities and systems experiences. And so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers. It's this magical deck of cards that creates amazing synergies with your buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then choose these cards at will, whichever ones they want, and then that really leans into the
Oh my
build
God,
crafting.
what
You
is
actually end up
this?
Getting cards that you can then use to place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
I'm such a sucker for deck building. Like being able to like bring
Deck
that
building?
element
Oh my
into
God.
the
What are you
game
doing,
has just been
Destiny?
like, oh, it's really
We said to make things not complicated.
So we've got 2 brand new seasonal activities coming with
Oh,
Season of the
2?
Witch.
Holy
We've
shit.
got Altars of Summoning and Savathun's Spire.
Savathun's Spire is our new 3-player offensive. You're doing a lot more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's got a high amount of combatant density. It's got additional random encounters that you can come across.
The Witch's Spire itself, Savathun's Spire, was like her reliquary for all these different magical
That's cool.
experiments as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun. The Altar of Summonings activity is really exciting because you can spend like 20 minutes in it or you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a 3-player experience that you can hop in and hop out of.
Oh, it's one of those.
You're filling the tithing
Haven't
bucket.
seen that in a
As
while.
tithing bucket is filled
Just
up,
an
you'll
open
get
world
the rest of
event
the
you can go
world
to.
rewards, and then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a whole mess of rewards.
Ooh.
We really wanted to make sure that there was a home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed. And so we developed what we're calling the Exotic Mission Rotator.
Right away, we're getting Presage, Vox Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield.
This is some of the most fun content the team has making. It's some of the content the fans.
Oh,
are very
Exotic
excited
Mission
about.
Rotator.
The most exciting
Ooh.
thing, outside of just the missions themselves, is that every time we put a mission inside of that rotator, the exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable. With Season of the Witch, we have a brand new Vex lo-fi PvP map coming. It's really exciting. It's got a bunch of really tight gameplay experiences. We wanted to make sure that we focus the combat a little bit more. With the new Vex network map, we really wanted to make sure we hit is like, hey, you're shoulder to shoulder more often. There's not as much deep sight lines that you're interacting with. And a lot of the flow of the map is actually built around this like kind of central pillar of the Vex network that you're orienting around.
And there's also some modes coming too, right?
We've got a new PvP game mode coming that's all about relics. It's about multiple relics, so it's not just
New
one,
PvP
like the
game
Forge
mode.
game mode from the past. So we've got the shield coming from Vault of Glass. We've got the spear back from Season of the Risen.
And we got the scythe from Season of the Haunted.
Yeah, so you're going to be reaping guardians with that thing. It's a lot
Oh,
more tactical
cool.
gameplay. It's all about running around the map, claiming these relic dispensers, and then grabbing them in order to push for victory.
Okay.
I will take what I need.
It's got a little bit of tactic to it.
Words in my throat are the weapon in my fist.
We were feeling pretty hypey this season. Obviously, there's something in the air. And so when thinking about like what's a good raid reprisal that would really
Well, this makes
kickstart
sense
this
because
hypey
whoa.
season, there's only
Why
one
is it so
answer.
loud? Saw that, chat? Sorry. It makes sense. Why is my mic so loud? Hold on, chat. You know I gotta check because I always get curious.
I have seen what the hive.
Okay, my mic volume is fine. Now I forgot where I was going with it. Froda's End is back. Oh my god. The raid from the first year of Destiny 2. Froda's End. This was a good raid, man. This was my first raid in Destiny, and it took me a long time. Back when you had to get every level counted. So you had to get level 30. You could do it at 29. It was really hard, though. Every level meant, like, life or death in this game. Not anymore, obviously, but holy crap. Crota. Open to all players. Wow. Play, earn, reward. Oh, there's a ring. It's a pretty cool ring. United we rise.
Heading into the final shape, we really want to rally all guardians at the end of the Light and Darkness saga.
A lot of people are going to be doing that raid. Maybe we can get strong enough to do it ourselves.
Catch people up on key story beats and make sure that they have a really great and easy time connecting with other players. In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand, and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required by these different activities.
One of the major changes that's going to be happening starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of activities that are going to be power fixed. So it doesn't matter kind of what power level you are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going to be tiers of difficulty that you can do, things that are just meant to be experienced a certain way.
Things like Nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really going to focus the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying to do that is making it easier for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your friends along to
Fire
play
Team
any
Powers
game
unite!
in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with the highest power in your fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level, which means that there's no barriers really for any other guardians to join you in this high-level content.
When it's combined with Fire Team
my
Finder, it
God.
also allows you to find strangers, people you've never played with before, and have that.
So your light level will go up if you're in a group of higher light level players.
Fire Team Finder is the new feature that's coming in Season 23, aimed at helping connect and find other people to complete the best and most aspirational content in Destiny. We have
That will make it so much easier to find dungeons and raid players. Hell yeah.
play style. I'm really chill. I'm anti-sweat. I'm just really here to have a good time. Exactly.
Tags really allows players to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about. I think what's really great about it is with this launch, we're also looking at including inclusion tags.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players. Hopefully the inclusion tags will bring players closer to finding their community and even closer to the people that they're playing with. So once a listing goes live, players will be put into a
Noob,
listing
need
where
masters to
players
guide
can
me through
gather,
raid
they can
easily.
communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for players to not just sit and stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is about helping reduce that anxiety and burden that comes with trying to make a new connection. The feature coming out today that I'm incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we've went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We are going to have a mission for Forsaken, a mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for the memories, Guardian.
The neat thing about these missions is they're not going to be like one-to-one for how you would experience them in the campaign. You're also going to get additional pieces of narrative fed to you to like identify like, hey, this is why it's important that this happened, and here are the people
You're not going back before Beyond Light
One
though?
that's really timely for Final Shape is Cade's last stand from Forsaken.
Yeah, that's a good mission. But that was also the first mission.
This is a moment that a lot of players, new and old, are going to come back to Destiny. I think this is just the right time to introduce features.
the first
that are
mission
gonna
of the
allow those players
expansion.
to jump
Oh my
right in
God.
and find people to play with and enjoy this content regardless of their power level.
We're reaching the end of this 10-year journey. What comes next?
The episodes. And the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. It's coming right after the final shape. And the theme
they're
for the
changing
year
the
is
model.
all about
They're changing the model.
and aftermath of the final shape.
Seasons
I
are
think
going
really
way of the
cornerstone
dodo bird.
of the episode model that we're building is
These are
the
just longer seasons, chat. Don't worry.
The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new story moments in every single one of these acts. We're actually providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the final shape year and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
These new stories
Whoa.
are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience, whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years.
Changing up the paradigm.
You're
Finally.
going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change frequently. It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling. Episodes provides this awesome foundation for the future of Destiny.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the final shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
Okay. There's the future, chat.
What makes a guardian a guardian? Devotion, bravery, sacrifice. We know that we were chosen for a reason, by something greater than ourselves.
Guardian. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian.
Shaped by the fires of each new battle, we are forged and sharpened into what we must become for the fight ahead. We are the final line that halts the second collapse.
All of us. Every Titan. Every Warlock. Every Hunter.
What is it the Guardians say? Devotion inspires bravery.
Bravery inspires sacrifice.
Sacrifice leads to death.
The line between light and dark is so very thin.
Let's cross it together.
There are things out in the dark that only the dark can overcome. Trust me.
You've heard the stories of the Traveler's sacrifice, of darkness descending upon humanity.
Our purpose is its end. This time, there is no escape.
It's going to be an exciting
Oh,
year.
it's
for
not over.
Guardians. We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting, a fire team racing across our solar system.
Those are
and
cool
at the end,
trailers. I'm not gonna lie, I remember those trailers.
Become legend. Today, you got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your
He's
legend.
got Sony shoes on.
We're gonna be heading inside the Traveler.
Just noticed that big
experiencing
Sony logo on his
destination
shoe.
Unlike
That's pretty cool.
anything we've ever built before. We'll face the biggest bad we've ever made, and we'll do this all alongside a streamlined progression system, allowing us to easily play with friends in any content in the game. And as the dust settles in the final shape, we're gonna continue our legends in Echoes. It's Destiny's first episode in a new phase of storytelling for Guardians with brand new conflicts born from the resolution.
It's my
of the
phone
Light and
chat.
Dark
I just heard it
saga.
go off. I don't
These
see
first
it anywhere.
episodes are just the beginning. But if you're chomping at the bit to see how the Light and Darkness saga is going to kick off the future of Destiny 2, we've got a ton of great content for you to jump into today. Going live after this, we've got Season of the Witch with a new story, new weapons, new armor.
I'm curious
new
about the season,
activities,
Chad. I think I
new
might
PvP
actually play it.
content, all alongside a series of story catch-up missions, allowing any of your friends to jump into the game and get up to speed on what's happening in this world.
It only goes back to Beyond Light. Why?
Brutal reprisal of Crota's End.
Why not
Join the ranks
from the
of our
beginning of
aspirational
D2?
content.
Let me fight Gaul
I
again.
can't wait to see you all in the throne world as we learn more about the final shape and how we can stop it.
Froda's End. Not bad. I think that's it, chat.
Do not be afraid.
It does look good, but I'm very skeptical still. We have to see more about the land. It's early, you know? The expansion doesn't come out until early 2024, so it's no wonder we didn't see too much about it, but we got a good info dump on what's going on.
Might be our last. So I'm asking you to rise. One last time.
Destiny 2 Showcase. All right. I think that was it. Collector's Edition reveal.
When we create a collector's edition, we try and recreate
I'm not watching
items
this.
from the universe for players to enjoy outside of the game. So this year we're doing a Destiny 1.
Oh,
we
wow.
Really try to work hard at thinking
That's
about
cool.
10 years
It's the
of
original
Destiny
tower.
and how best to encapsulate
Still not buying it.
that experience.
Even as the game dev who've worked
All right,
on this
chat.
from day one, like I think
I need to do
having it
recaps and stuff,
be
so
the
see if I
power is
can
super
find the
exciting for us
videos of
because
it on
it's
Google.
gonna kind of catalog your journey of a player from when you first started playing Destiny all the way to now. The tower, it's kind of like the beacon in which you're a place you can call home.
You get the tower, and then there are actual figures of the Vanguard mentors that accompany that architectural model.
And there's a lot of like hidden messages and hidden things.
There's gonna be some fun surprises. We're always trying to push the envelope. And so we've been playing a lot with magnetic locks and sound effects, lights, just sort of make this experience as a whole really special. It's sort of the perfect symbol of Destiny. I'm so excited for it.
Me too.
I'll be lurking. Got to do some stuff. I'll have you in the background. Thank you, Iris. I appreciate it. You have a good evening. Thanks for hanging out here. Ooh. I like the wallpaper. That's a good one. I'll catch you later, Iris. Post show. All right, chat. Everybody, how do you think this is going? What do you think? As a Destiny fan, there's quite a lot to talk about here. Quite a lot to go over. They gave us a good glimpse into the new expansion. And they showed us a lot of what's going on in the new Season of the Witch. So to everybody on YouTube watching, thanks for watching the reaction. Check out the separate videos where I do some major discussions on Destiny 2 Final Shape reveal and the new season.